Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today it is a weighing update, and as you can see I'm in a different location. That's just simply for the fact that I took a friend home earlier on today, and so it meant that I couldn't do my usual little car park catch up. So weighing update. There's a lot of thoughts going on at the moment, I will be brutally honest. But before I get into the nitty gritty of exactly what is whizzing around my tiny little brain, I'll let you know how last week went. So last week went absolutely fine. Word of the day. Yeah, no problems whatsoever sticking to plan. A little bit boring, if I can be truthful, absolutely truthful. Yeah, so a little bit boring, but yeah, no issues actually sticking to the plan, sticking within my calories. I have been having a few issues, I think, with the products that they're not 100% agreeing with me, because since starting this journey, not the whole of the weight loss, but mainly this part when I've been incorporating the whole one-to-one, the Cambridge weight plan side of things, I've not been feeling my best. The weight loss has felt great, and losing the amount that I have done so far has been amazing. But when it comes to how I actually feel, I've not been feeling great. Mentally, I'm okay. I get bad weeks, I get good weeks, like everybody does, with the whole dieting, malarkey, and constantly being on this conveyor belt of losing weight. But just how I feel inside. So not to be too much TMI, but one of the side effects of doing the Cambridge weight plan is constipation. And I've definitely suffered in that area with it. And I think it's just because pre-Slimming World, pre-calorie counting, pre any form of diet, when I've looked through the type of foods that I eat, I do tend to eat quite a high fibre-rich diet, very, very varied, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. Yes, I ate a lot of stuff in excess when it comes to like takeaways and everything like that, hence why I put on all the weight. But I did eat a really, really good varied diet. Whereas since doing this, and because obviously right back in the beginning, you're just having the products, just the meals, the fibre content is ridiculously low. An average product would only have like 2.5 grams of fibre, which, yeah, you're not eating the same amount of calories that you would do on a daily basis. So do you really need that amount of fibre? Personally, I feel like you do, because fibre is what keeps everything moving. Plenty of water, plenty of fibre keeps everything moving, basically. And yeah, I've just been feeling I can get quite a bit of what you call like a dicky tummy. And I put it down to the products that I'm eating, because I know that they've got a lot of like vitamins and minerals, and they make sure that you hit all your vitamins and minerals because you're eating such a calorie restricted diet. I appreciate that. But there is a lot of stuff like sweeteners and things like that that are thrown into it. And I don't think my body 100% agrees with it. I've obviously just ploughed through regardless, because the weight loss is the biggest thing for me, that I want to lose the weight. But yeah, it's just not making me feel the most amazing, the most sparkly that I normally am. And I put it down to what I'm eating, because you are what you eat at the end of the day, aren't you? So yeah, that has rung in the back of my head quite a bit this week. And because I've stepped up to step 3, that is what's made me notice it even more. So beforehand, when I was just on like the step 1B and then step 2, when the majority of my meals were products, I didn't really notice it because I was living in the moment. Whereas since I've gone to step 3 and I'm doing the calorie count inside of it, and you're only having like 2 products a day, I've noticed it more now, because I'm eating obviously a lot more regular food. And then when I am having the products, that's when it's making me feel, like around about an hour afterwards, after I've had the product, I'm feeling a bit like bleh, a little bit sicky sometimes, a little bit of tummy ache, those kind of griping pains, a lot of bubbly noises, which again, I didn't really think about it in the past because I just put it down to the fact that I'm probably just hungry. So that might be the reason why I'm getting those kind of tummy churns. Whereas when I'm eating normal food, you know, like my evening meal, which is a normal evening meal, and then I'm having like salads for lunch and stuff, I'm absolutely fine. I'm absolutely fine. And I feel really, really good after it. Like really, really good after it. It's just after I've had the product, I've noticed that I'm not feeling as sparkly as I would hope to doing this kind of diet. And ultimately, you've got to feel your best with whatever you're doing, because it is pointless doing any kind of weight loss journey, doing any form of journey, incorporating anything into your life, regardless of what it is, if it makes you feel a bit rubbish, really. And I'm not about feeling rubbish. I have 4 children, 4 amazing children that I want to be my best for. I have a wonderful husband, again, that I want to be my best for. I've got friends, I've got family, I've got work, I've got a life, and I need to feel good while I'm doing this weight loss journey. So I think you can hear where I'm going. And I really don't want to be one of those people that post that you're changing things up and doing something different and all the excuses under the sun. Because I follow a lot of people on here, and every other week it seems like someone's changing onto a different diet plan because they're not seeing the results that they want to see or that they expect to see. So then they change it up, and then they give that a couple of weeks, and then they change it up again and they give that. I'm really trying not to be one of those. It is genuinely just down to the fact of how I am feeling, and that's what I've got to go with. Because am I able to stick to it? Absolutely. I can stick to it, no problem. I feel like all that food noise is massively, massively quietened down. I can definitely stick to it. That is not my issue at all. Do I miss takeaways and everything like that? Of course I do. But again, it doesn't matter what diet plan I'm on. I would feel exactly the same. But it's just, I'm just not feeling my greatest doing it, to be brutally honest. So I have decided, especially with this week's results, that has nudged me over the edge, but it's not the ultimate reason why I've decided to do what I'm doing. But I have decided that I am going to change things up. So, like I said, last week, it was absolutely fine. I've stuck to it. I've been within my calories the whole of the week. I've drank all the water. Mother Nature did rear her ugly head on Saturday as planned. She always comes on time, bless her. You know, there's definitely no flies on her, put it that way. Yeah, she came Saturday with a bang. And yeah, I've been bloated. But again, I never expect Mother Nature to make such an impact on my weight loss, because as much as she used to in the very past, very, very past, she hasn't done in the most recent months since I've been doing this dieting journey. And again, I think the reason why she did affect me so much in the past was just because I succumbed to my cravings, where I'm not doing that this time. So in the past, I would see a weight gain because I'd just eat whatever I want. I'd, appease my own hormones and make myself try and feel better. Whereas I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just ignoring it, basically. So I think that's why I've not seen the weight gains recently. However, I've stepped on the scales today, and I'm not going to beat about the bush. If you caught my vlog last week, you will have known that I lost a colossal 5 pounds. I was over the moon. I knew there is no chance I could do that kind of number again this week, that maybe 1-2 pound, and I would have been more than happy with that, to have lost that weight. But I've stepped on the scales today, and I've only gone and put on half a pound. I was trying to think of a way to word that a bit different. But yeah, I've put on half a pound. Not impressed, obviously. Not impressed. I shouldn't be gaining on the kind of calories that I'm on. I really shouldn't. And when I say that I have stuck to it, I have been within my calories every single day. There's not one morsel of food that I should not have eaten or that I haven't tracked. There just isn't. And when I say track it, I weigh absolutely everything. I even weigh lettuce leaves. And when I get something that might be in a pack, like for example, those, if any vegetarians are out there or just people that like to eat that sort of stuff like me, those Richmond like chicken style pieces that are in the fresh department, a bag of those, I think there's something like 165 grams. I still weigh it, even though the bag says to eat the whole of the bag, it's 165 grams, for example. I still weigh it and make sure, and I track it. I put everything through NutriCheck and I track it. I make sure what's on the back of the packet reflects what's on NutriCheck as well. I always check, because sometimes product information can change, ingredients can change, and so the calorific value of stuff changes. Honestly, I'm a Virgo. When I say I'm OCD with stuff, I am. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. And I do. I track absolutely everything. So why the hell have I put on £0.5 this week? I have no idea. No idea at all. Am I impressed? No. Am I going to let it stop me? No, I'm really not. So I'm not here to spit my dummy out, to complain the whole time. It is what it is. I've put on £0.5. I genuinely have no idea. So I'm hoping for a loss next week, obviously, because it means now that I've lost 3 stone, £10 instead of 3 stone, £10.5. I'm £0.5 further away now from that 12 stone bracket. So I am 13 stone, £3. I had to really think about that then. I'm 13 stone £3 now, which means for me to see the 12 stones, I need to lose at least £3.5 next week. Will I do it? Who knows? Because what I'm about to do this week, I really have no idea what's going to happen with the scales. But I have, like going back to the beginning of our conversation, I have decided that when it comes to one-to-one, I'm going to say sayonara. Thank you very much. You've definitely taught me a lot. You've definitely taught me a lot that I can eat in a large volume for a very small amount of calories, that I can do that. But when it comes to the products, I'm not going to bother with them anymore. I'll finish off my bars. As for all my meals and stuff like that, I'll be getting rid of those. But yeah, I'm just going to go back to regular eating. And when I say regular eating, I'm still going to be very, very mindful of my carbs, that I don't overindulge in that. Everything's still going to be very much of a Slimming World mindset, lots of fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, lean meats, that side of things, because I really do believe in that side of the plan 100%. I don't believe in, mushing a banana, it's now sinned. I'm not into all that. Fill up on Muller light yogurts. I'm not into all that. I would rather have, fat-free Greek yogurt instead of a synthetic Muller yogurt any day. So there's a lot of stuff with Slimming World that I don't agree with. But when it comes to the actual plan of lots of fresh fruit, vegetables, cooking from scratch, that side of things, the support group, everything, 100% I'm there. I'm not saying I'm doing Slimming World 100%, because obviously I'm not. I'm doing the calorie counting as well, because everything has to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. But I am going back to doing those two combined. Instead of thinking Slimming World while doing one-to-one and keeping an eye on my calories, I've just got rid of the one-to-one side of things, and I'm just Slimming World calorie counting. That's what I'm going to do. I'm still going to be in an extreme deficit. I'm not going to lie to you. I am still going to be in a extreme deficit because I want to see the bigger numbers. I still want to finish the journey as quick as what I originally wanted to finish the journey when I started doing one-to-one. And I know a lot of people won't agree with that. And that's absolutely fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And I appreciate it. And I understand your concern when people are like, oh my goodness, you really should only be aiming to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And you shouldn't really be doing it like that. I understand. I really, really do. And again, if I was on the other side of the screen, I'd be saying the same thing to other people as well. But it is just that because I am motivated and I want to see this, I want to see target. I really do want to see target, and I want to see target before the novelty wears off, basically. That's why I'm just going to continue with the extreme side of calorie counting. Now, when I say extreme, it's not like I'm going to be eating 600 calories a day or even 800 calories a day. I am going to be between around about 1200, you know, around about that. So again, it is quite extreme when you think of when I was originally doing calorie counting, and with Team RH, for example, I was on like 2000 calories with them, and that was in a deficit. So for me to be on this kind of calories now is still a big deficit. But the reason why I'm wanting to do this as well is that I don't want to, especially because I've only got 2 stone 3 pounds now to go to Target. I don't want to give my body such a shock when I get to that end, because in reality, 2 stone and a bit, I am so close to target. I'm the closest that I've been in such a long time, apart from when I originally lost that 4 stone a million years ago, you know, back when the dinosaurs were roaming the planet. Apart from then, in the last 10 years, this is the closest I've ever been to target. And to me now, to have 2 stone and a bit to lose isn't such a distance away from me anymore. So I don't feel like I need to be on the 600 calories or the 800 calories any longer. Yes, I still want to get there in this side of the year. I want to be there before my birthday in September. 100% I want to be there. And if I can be there by the time we go away at the end of August, then even better. But I am going to give myself that extra time to do it. And the way that I'm going to do it is, like I said, I'm going to stick to that calorie deficit. I'm going to watch my carbs massively. And carbs aren't the enemy. I'm not a carb phobic by any means at all. I'm really not. It's just obviously the higher the carb content, the higher the calorie content, the more water you retain. And again, I don't want to see water weight on the scale. I know that I'll lose fat, but because I'm already in quite a low carb state, because around about my average daily carbs is around about 100 to 120 grams a day, which is like about half of what I normally have anyway. I think my recommended carb allowance when I was doing Team RH was like 200, 220. So again, it's not massively reduced. It's not like I'm doing keto and I'm only on 20 grams of carbs a day. It's nothing ridiculous like that. But I just want to reintroduce things slowly so that when I do get to my target and then I'm maintaining, I'm not just suddenly going to put on like 7 pounds in a week because I've gone back to eating pasta in, you know, a maintenance quantity, for example. I hope that all makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to be sticking to those calories. I am going to increase, obviously, how many carbs I eat, but I'm just going to do it really, really gradual so I don't notice. I want to see the fat loss on the scales. I don't want to see water weight or water loss. I want to see the fat loss. And because I'm in this level of how many carbs I'm eating a day, I want to just maintain with that. I hope that all makes sense, or it's as clear as mud. But yeah, that's what my plan is. I'm still going to drink all the water in the world because I have found that this has helped massively. It's true, the more you drink, the less you hold on to because your body knows it's going to get it, so you just flush the rest of it away. I've totally got used to the amount of water I'm drinking, so that whole thing where initially you're going to loo like a million times a day, it does definitely knock itself on the head, and I might go an extra 1 to 2 times a day than what I used to in the past, but I'm not going every 20 minutes like I were in the very beginning. My body has definitely got used to it. And if anything, I do find that I really, really miss it. And if I've not had a drink after, you know, like half an hour to an hour, then I'm like, oh, I really do need a drink of water. And I've started craving it again, so that's really, really good. So the water's going to stay. My calorie deficit is going to stay. The new calorie deficit is going to stay. The products, they're being shunned now. I'm not doing them anymore. I'm still going to make sure that I get between 8 and 10 hours of sleep each night. That's going to be definite. Like I said before, the littlies, they sleep amazing, absolutely amazing. They go to bed for like 7:30. They don't wake up until 7:30, 8 o'clock the next day. So my sleep isn't an issue. Obviously just staying nice and chill, still taking my vitamins, my magnesium, I'm still taking that, and I'm finding, I have noticed that if I miss a day, then I can feel it, and yeah, that's definitely helping. Still taking my B vitamins. Yeah, I'm just trying to do everything that I can do to lose the weight as easily as possible. I'm still making sure that I hit my steps. I could probably increase them now, especially with losing the weight. I do feel like I have more energy, so I could probably increase them now. But yeah, I am, as much as a lot of people wouldn't agree with doing such a deficit, I am trying to be the healthiest way that I can possibly be. And I'm just trying to get to target. I know I've said it already loads of times, but I am just trying to get to target as quickly and as painlessly as possible. Yes, I'm sacrificing stuff like takeaways and everything like that, but I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing at the moment, because again, I have very much got an all or nothing mentality. I'm either in it to win it, or do you know what? I'm going to press that button and I'm just going to blow it to smithereens. And with the mindset that I'm in at the moment, I honestly feel like if I succumb and have things like takeaways, then I might think, oh, well, it's just a one-off. Just this month, I'll just have just one. And then the next thing I know is that a new week will come around and I'll be like, well, actually, last week it didn't really affect me too much. It's okay, I'll just have another one. And then the week after, 2 will sneak in the same week. Then 3, and I just know what I'm like. I know exactly what I'm like. So that's the reason why I'm being very much all or nothing. And at the moment, I'm in it all, but I'm having nothing when it comes to treats and takeaways and everything like that. So yeah, I can do all that when I get to target. You know, it's not forever. And I keep saying that it's not forever. And the more that I can knuckle down and crack on with it, the quicker I'll get to target, and the quicker my life with that side of food in it will resume. And it'll be okay, because I'll be eating in maintenance. So yeah, that is my plan. I hope you're not too disappointed. Anybody out there that are avid one-to-oneers, or that I'm just changing things up again, that you're not disappointed that I'm changing things up again. But everything's really fluid, isn't it? And you've got to bend and flex to how you're feeling, to how things are going, to what you're up to the time of year, to your family, to your affordability. You've got to just bend and flex to absolutely everything. And I've come to this stumbling block. It's making me feel a certain way. And yeah, I'm going to change it, because what's the harm in doing that? I'm so happy with the results that I've had up to now. Incredibly happy. But yeah, it's time for a change. It is definitely time for a change. I need that change. I definitely do. And as the saying goes, a change is as good as a rest, isn't it? And hopefully, not having the products anymore will just shake my body up into losing the weight still. You know, like anything, whenever you start a new diet plan, you always seem to have like a decent loss. So who knows? Who knows? I really don't know. It might get to Monday next week and I might have another gain. I shouldn't, because I'm still in a calorie deficit. But again, that whole water weight thing, because it is such a shock to the system, maybe my body will go, oh shit, and hold on to like loads of water, or who knows? Just who knows? We'll have to wait and see on Monday. But regardless of the result, regardless of what happens, I'll come on here and I'll be brutally honest and I'll be totally truthful, because that's the only thing I know to be, because I'm only fooling myself if I don't be that way. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Am I making the right decision, or am I stupid for changing? Let me know what you think, because again, I really don't mind what you say. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I really don't mind. I like constructive criticism. I really do. And if you've seen something flawed with what I'm saying that I've not realised, then definitely point it out to me 100%, because I don't want to be walking into anything blind. But I feel like this is going to be good. I really do feel like it's going to be good. And I'm quite excited again. And again, that's what you need, don't you? You need that excitement. How long will this bit last for? Who knows? Because when I first started Cambridge, I said that 1B was going to last until the very end. That didn't. Then it was step 2 till the very end, and then that didn't. And then step 3. That hasn't. So we will see. The only thing that I can say is sticking is the weight loss. That is sticking. I'm not going backwards. Yes, I've put £0.5 pound on today, but let's be real. I could have had a really big wee before I got on the scales, and that £0.5 pound would have gone, and it'd have probably been a loss. So let's be real. But the weight loss is continuing, and that is the thing that is going to be consistent, is definitely going to be consistent, is the weight loss. However I do it, whatever plan I follow, the one thing that is going to be the consistent in my life is that there will be weight to be lost. It's going to continue going in that downwards motion, and I will bloody get to target. Watch this space, definitely. So yeah, I am definitely going to go now. Like I've said, pop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings, what you guys are doing. Anybody that's new to the channel, if you're on a weight loss journey, let me know what you're doing. Has anyone in the past done Cambridge and maybe you found the same things, that it doesn't 100% agree with you? And like I've said, until I did step 3, I really didn't realise how much it wasn't agreeing with me, because I just thought that's the way it is. Like you do, blind leading the blind and all that jazz. But yeah, I hope you've had a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for putting up with my random rambles and tangents that I go off on. I really do appreciate it. And if I don't see you before, I will see you next week for another weighing update. So keep your fingers crossed for me, and I'll let you know then. Take care. Bye.